Hey there, Tony Butler, and today we're going to talk about creating the right stories for your sales team and the sales process using the Primal Storytelling system. They're the stories that will help your prospects connect with you and move through your sales process faster than ever. Hey, but before I do that, please click like on this video, and if you haven't done so yet, please follow the channel. I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to build a content marketing system for your business that will help you scale. Whether you're startup, SaaS, manufacturing, e-commerce, hospitality, B2B, B2C, it doesn't matter. Primal Storytelling is a content marketing system for humans, and that makes all the difference. Sales. Most people think sales is a dirty word. What they don't understand is it's the life's blood of a business. Not just some businesses, but all of them. If there are not enough sales, you're going out of business, period, the end. Out of business, gone. And right now, the entire country and a good part of the world is in its 10th month or so of an insane lockdown. It could hardly be harder right now for salespeople. So what can you do? So the first thing you're going to do is take a deep breath and let it out. You're not going to have commission breath. Stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about the people you serve. Everything starts with them. Your prospects, or how I like to think of them, your tribe, they're going to help you just as much as you help them. So the first step is, who are they? What do you know about them? The first step in the Primal Storytelling process is to build out the demographic and the psychographic information about your best fit prospects and customers. That's your tribe. The more you understand about them, the easier it's going to be to join in on the conversation that's going on in their head. You got to know something about them. How old are they? Are they male, female? Are they rich, poor, married, single, etc.? What information makes sense for you to understand about them as people? If your marketing team collects this type of information, great. Or maybe if you're still in startup mode and you're just figuring things out, you're just going to have to do your best. You're going to have to interview and talk to individuals you think are in that category and start learning and recording it. Put it into a CRM system. Write it down in Excel, like capture it some way. Okay? And then you're going to ask yourself, what's the biggest problem they're facing that you can help them solve? The reason we start here is because we're putting together our transformation stories and value themes, and we want to connect with them in a primal way, okay? We want to understand their emotional state and what's influencing their behavior. Without that understanding, your stories are going to be weak. They're not going to connect in the way that you need them to connect. People make decisions emotionally and then they rationalize those decisions with logic. So it's important that you have at least a basic understanding of their motivations. Now, I have 4 types of stories in the Primal Storytelling system. The first 2, the origin story and vision stories, they can be part of the sales process, but they're not at its core. They're usually more for the marketing team to help get prospects into the sales funnel. Okay, so I cover those in depth in some other videos. Check them out. It's the origin story and the vision story. Important stories for the marketing mix, but right today we're focused on the sales stories, okay? So after a prospect is aware that you might be able to help them, they want their questions answered. And now the most important part is they want proof that what you say is true with real evidence. There's so much hype and nonsense in the world today. Like people are cautious. They're not going to buy from you unless they understand that you can really deliver what you promise, especially if they haven't heard of your brand. And that's where transformation stories come in. For B2B businesses, transformation stories will often come in the form of case studies, testimonials, okay? These are the stories that can be the most important part of content for a complex sale, because when you get a new lead, they want assurance that you can help them with proof, and these transformation stories are part of that process. It's amazing. I get hit with this one all the time. Someone's going to ask me, well, I'm in XYZ industry. Will Primal Storytelling work for me? And especially when I first got started, my answer was, it was always the same. Are you selling to humans? Then storytelling is going to work for you. The niche or industry doesn't matter. The base structure of the story is exactly the same. What changes are some of the topics, some of the tactics around it, those kinds of things. The good news is, over the last couple of years, we've helped a lot of companies in many different industries, and the word's getting out, especially in some specific niches where several companies might have worked with us and got help from us, and now they understand how Primal Storytelling works, and so now we got lots of examples in the niche category. But the good news is stories work for people. If you're marketing to people, Primal Storytelling will work for you. You're going to take that same thought process and apply it to your business. When you're putting together your transformation story, the bigger the problem your product or service solves, the more important and effective transformation stories will be. So think about when last time you saw someone, a before and after picture of someone who lost weight. These dramatic weight loss pictures. They lost hundreds of pounds and they became a fitness model. They're inspirational. The transformation itself sells the product, okay? If you're familiar with Sandler sales training, you're probably familiar with the idea of, where they tell salespeople, focus on the customer's pain. This is the opposite idea of that. You're focusing on the cure to their pain, not the pain itself, okay? How have you transformed the life of your prospect in some way through your product or service? And I don't necessarily mean literally save them. If you're selling cereal, you're not transforming lives. You're probably providing something amazing that makes their life better. Think about how your customer is going to feel after they've experienced your product or service. It's the most important part, okay? So that's the transformation story. Puts a lot of thought into those. If you get the ultimate guide to Primal Storytelling, download it from my website. We'll go deep into depth into how to really, really put together the structure of that story, okay? The next story, the value theme. Value theme is not a single story most of the time. Instead, it's a plot of an ongoing series. Think of a season of your favorite show. Maybe you watch Lost or you watch The Sopranos or whatever. The entire season has an underlying theme to it, and each individual episode has a subplot and action sequence, but it ties back into the overall season and plot. Okay? So for the marketing department, value themes, they turn into long-term nurture campaigns. They are the company's gift to the tribe. They deliver long-term value to them by helping them with their problems, before they buy. Now, the trick for the sales team is, what can we offer during the sales process that is valuable to the client before the sale is made? Now, here's the problem every salesperson is going to face. Even if you are really good, you're not going to close everyone. Maybe your close ratio is going to be, if you're super good, 20%. Maybe 30%, 35% at the most. If you've got more than 35%, send me a note. I want to see what it is, okay? But what that means is 70 to 80% of prospects are not going to buy. They're mostly going to end up in one or two different buckets, okay? So those who are not a good fit and those who are a good fit, okay? But for whatever reason, the answer is not right now, okay? So it's yes, no, not right now. No, so for your value theme, you're going to deliver them a gift of some sort, something that is going to help them on their journey right now. And you're going to plant a good feeling and memory of you with them. And one day, the stars align, when they're ready to buy, you'll come right back to you, okay? So you're just going to give it away. No expectation, just give it away. It seems like it's something kind of woo-woo out there, but what I'm going to tell you is, if you approach the entire process with an attitude of giving, you're going to get everything you need. You're just going to plant all the seeds. Some of the seeds will fall on, they'll fall on bad soil and they're not going to grow. Some of the seeds will fall in the sand and they're not going to grow. But those few seeds that land, that gift that you give away, that one person that remembers you and comes back later, they're going to buy and they're going to be a great client for you. Okay, so there you have it. Storytelling for sales, 4 types of stories. I went over 2 of them. They'll help take you to the next level, okay? So if you're struggling to build out a value theme for your sales process, or you want some help with your transformation stories, you just want a little extra direction, share a link to your website in the comments. I'll take a look. I'll give you some ideas on where to start on a value theme, free of charge. I'll help you with the transformation story. You can also message me on Instagram. It's at Anthony L. Butler, or or shoot me an email, anthony@candouideas.com. If you look in the show notes, they're there. The links are there. Okay, until next time, this is Tony Butler. Good marketing to you.